In the today's session, I'm pretty much happy to be here to take a session on like creating your first ever online project using Azure AI Studio. And yes, Azure has been a like great also platform to work around the cloud. So let's before jumping on to the project making, let's first of all understand everything about it. So yeah, moving with that, let's start with who am I. I am Chavi, also known as Chavi Chichi on all social media platforms, and I'm the co-founder of Analytics Analytics, and I've been very much active in the developer community also previously. Then, all right, now starting with the topic, let's first of all understand what is cloud computing, because obviously, without before starting with any particular topic of Azure, especially when it comes to project making, it's pretty much important to understand all the basics so that you can have a seamless experience with the particular technology. Now, basically, cloud computing is the delivery of cloud of the computing services, like including servers, storage, databases, networking, software, analytics, and intelligence over the internet, the cloud. So, cloud computing is very much important. Like uh, in the present time, we all are so much addictive to cloud. Also, at the same time, I would say, like without cloud, we cannot even think of our lives, because everything, we are so much attached to internet and everything is on cloud. No, if you are even watching movies online or you are accessing your data, like via any of the any of the servers, it is everything is actually um, attached with cloud. So cloud is very much important, and obviously cloud computing is not something that will be vanishing away any day in future also. So yes, the most safe and the most important thing that exists. Okay, and also in the cloud, on the internet especially, it offers faster innovation, flexible resources, and also economies of scales. Now, talking more about it, like for example, when we talk about the applications, yes, we have the content collaboration. So for that, we use different sort of platforms like database, object storage, and all, in which there are different sort of infrastructures that came into the picture, like compute, block storage, network. So obviously, the usual uh, tools I would say is like we use like on daily basis we use cloud computing in the way of phones, mobile phones, laptops, servers, desktops, and tablets. And again, like you might not know that there are so many heavy servers out there of the cloud, obviously, like to save your data. And like there's so much, even like in the today's time, we are so much into chat gpt especially, right? So if you do some sort of research, you'll get to know that the chat gpt servers, the hardware servers, are like um, so big servers, so heavy computers that they actually use to keep everything perfectly. So yes, this is about it. And now, talking about more of it, let's talk about some of the types of cloud computing. Now, when we talk about cloud computing in detail, there are different sort of things that comes into the picture. Like for example, if we are talking on the deployment part, we have three sort of types, which are private, public, and hybrid. Okay, we can keep our data private, we can keep it public, and also we can keep it hybrid, like it can be private or public at the same time. Okay, now in these particular phases of private, public, hybrid, again, if you have n number of like examples of it, you can encrypt your data and so on. And also based on service model, we have infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. I won't be going much deeper into the explanation part, so that we shouldn't be like moving like out from our topic. So yeah, this is about the types of cloud computing. And obviously, like whenever you are thinking to learn about cloud computing or start your journey, even in your like bookish syllabus, you will obviously will get to learn about like literally like paragraphs of like explanation of these topics, because these are some of the basics that it will be required for you all the time. Now, moving further, let's talk about one of the examples of the cloud computing, which is very much common these days, that we have also experienced all the time. now, which is customer service chatbots. Now, in this, one of the examples that we can see is the example of Letware Inc. Now, in this, like for example, the problem is that companies want to provide 24/7 customer support without overburdening human agents. Obviously, it's not always possible to have a like person available whenever we are calling to any sort of customer care support. Because obviously people, the customer might get the query at 3 a.m. or some other zone, because and also like right now we are operating not at just one time zone, we are operating on several time zones at the same time. So to cater that particular problem, to help to give the best customer support to the provided customers, the solution that comes into the picture is that this particular company also uses Azure AI to develop intelligent chatbots that handle customer inquiries. Now, obviously, in the chatbot, first of all, you need to add the questions and also the answers. Now, it could be related to your service, obviously. Like, for an instance, if you go to any, especially like most of the popular websites, it could be related to payment, it could be related to some other um, like software related website. They always have a chatbot option, and these days we have these chatbot options even on our WhatsApp as well, right? So in this, everything is like pre like written over there. Like for in an example, I would say, like for example, you are providing services on software, okay, on like websites, applications, and XYZ services. In that case, obviously the queries would be pretty much obvious to you. Like for example, I'm your customer, and I would be needing like services like for example, website service. Now, in that particular case, what could be the like prominent question and answers that you could provide? So you can, in the chatbot, you can pre-write all the related questions and answers, and you can just make the chatbot. And if, for an example, if the chatbot is not at all able to solve the query, then obviously you can like redirect the particular customer to the call agent. So yes, obviously, like nowadays, Swiggy, Zomato all always do this chatbot thing. The AI-powered chatbots can understand and respond to common questions, escalate complex issues to human agents, and provide consistent and accurate information. The outcome is that improved customer satisfaction due to faster response times and reduced workload for human agents. Nowadays, people just don't want to wait at all whenever they are facing any sort of query. So yes, like chatbots is a very simple, common example which is available these days. So yes. Now, let's move further and let's understand what is actually Azure and why we are only talking about Azure. So, all about Azure that you need to know, that Microsoft Azure is a comprehensive cloud computing platform offering over 200 services, including computing, analytics, storage, and networking. Today, Azure is like one of the amazing services. Reason being, it has especially the pay as you go pricing as well. And when it comes to Azure, with a global network of data centers, Azure ensures high availability, data redundancy, and robust security, making it ideal for enterprises. Like for example, especially if you are a student, you can if you are a college going student and you have your college email ID and password, then obviously go and just sign up in the Azure services, and you will get some sort of credits, which will be very much easy for you to get start your journey. And also at the same time, for example, if you are individual professional, or you are something in this, like you are not actually a college student, in that particular scenario as well, uh, you can have this Azure pricing service, which is pay as you go pricing model, which is like you just need to enter your credit card details, and then obviously you can go with the Azure services directly for 12 months for free. So basically, you'll be getting $200 credits for 12 months, and then you can try and test and actually learn more about the Azure services. Obviously, then if you are working, then obviously buy the buy more. You can check out the other pricing. And also at the same time, Azure is flexible It has really flexibility, supports varies programming languages, operating system, and databases, integrating seamlessly with Microsoft's ecosystem like Visual Studio and Office 365. So these are some of the things that you need to know about Azure before getting started. Yes. And also at the same time, when we talk about Azure, so yes, it has security, scalability, worldwide access, hybrid capability, and flexibility. And obviously, whenever we talk about cloud, especially whenever we talk about only internet related things, basically internet related technology, the only thing that comes into our picture about the security. And yes, Azure is something that will obviously gives you a very secure cloud platform. So yes, now talking more of it, these are some of the important things that you must know, that the, these are the developer services, which are Visual Studio team services, Azure Dev Test Labs, VS Application Insights, Hockey app, and developer tools. When it comes to management security, Azure Portal, Scheduler, Operations Management Suite, Automation, Log Analytics, Key Vault, and Security Center. And then you have this particular list when you go deeper and deeper in it. Obviously, whenever we talk about the cloud computing service, there must be some one particular thing that you really want to dig in. It could be web development, it could be data or storage, or you want to use the Azure services for IoT. Obviously, you have a number of services available to you. You can obviously check it out. Like for example, in web and app, you can obviously work around web apps. You have functions, API management. In data and storage as well, there are so many options which are present. In the hybrid integration, you have BizDoc services, service bus, backpack, and site recovery. And moving with that, we have the networking. In networking, you have virtual network, express route, traffic manager, load balancer, Azure DNS, VPN gateway, and application gateway. So these are some of the services that you can obviously have a look around to learn more of. Yeah. Now, now we have to move forward with all you need to know about Azure. Yeah. Now, moving further, let me just give you a quick glance of the Azure portal first of all. So this is basically your Microsoft Azure. That's how your portal looks like. Okay, just giving you a very quick glance of it. Yeah, as you can see, you have take a free online course. You can. One thing which is very much great about Azure is it has like very great learning. All the documents are provided for your learning, so you can obviously have a look. There are demos as well which are provided to you. You can obviously start a project with your quick start center, and obviously support resources will always be there. As you can see in the services, these are some of the services. Let me just go here, and then as you can see, you can just create a service. This is the home uh, screen, and then you can go to the dashboard and also have a look all the things that you are actually working on. Then apart from that, you can see all the services. You can make it favorite as well as per your need. If I go to the all services, I can actually see all the services provided by Azure. So these are like, the list is too long, obviously, right? Some of the services are partnered as well, right? So you can again explore all of these. Even we have like face APIs and like so on. And obviously, since you know the partnership of OpenAI, Copilot, and basically OpenAI and also Azure, so you know that how great it goes. You can obviously make your own APIs, Copilots, and several lot of things, right? Now, moving with that, you can obviously select any of the services and then you can move with that. You can create your resources, see how it works, and so on. It's very easy. You can just create new, and then you can add your details over here. Now, this is something about the services. Obviously, it is pretty important for you to know one important thing, that whenever you are starting your part of Azure, just one important thing, as I mentioned in the very start, that it is pretty much good if you can obviously sign. First of all, you need to have an account in which you need to add your credit card details. Then only you can access all the other things. And obviously, when you are adding up the details, there is no money that will be charged. Now, talking about the Azure Artificial Intelligence. Now, Azure AI is a suite of AI services provided by Microsoft Azure designed to help developers and businesses integrate artificial intelligence into their applications. Okay. So, one Azure AI is basically helping the businesses to integrate AI in their application, and obviously with Azure AI, it is pretty much easy for the businesses to integrate the same, and it includes tools for building, training, deploying machine learning models, right? It could be pre-built APIs for vision, speech, language, decision-making tasks. Like nowadays, whenever we are like selling any sort of product over our website and all, it is pretty much great if we have like vision, speech related APIs, and at the same time, again, in the starting, as I mentioned about the chatbot, in the today's time, like it's so common to see that all the websites have the chatbots because again, as I mentioned, uh, provides a seamless experience to the customers. Now, Azure AI leverages Microsoft's robust cloud infrastructures to offer scalable, secure, and flexible AI solutions at the same time. It supports various industries and use cases from healthcare and finance to retail and manufacturing, enabling innovation and improve decision making through AI. Obviously it helps in that as well, and at the same time, obviously, whenever you to get some more ideas to make our product better, obviously we use ChatGPT as well, so why not use AI in like AI like Azure AI as a service in your particular applications. Now, just getting a quick view on the learning part as well, learning curve. Azure machine learning, for example, like for example, you have your data. You first of all need to train your data, and then you build your data by with that particular trained uh, data, and after that you deploy it as an API. And also it is very much important to validate that data as well. Now, in this all particular case, whenever you have to train your data, you need to have a lot of, like for example, there are some sort of website like Kaggle. On when If you go and visit Kaggle, you can actually see and get some sort of data to train your model, and then to build that model on that particular trained data. Okay. Then we have Azure Cognitive Service as well. It has pre-built models. It can have access to APIs, no trained data, test live data, and obviously when it comes to the server, it has speech, language, vision, and decision making. And as I talk about Azure chatbots, it has repetitive Q&A, FAQs, low code, cheaper and faster. Yes, and obviously chatbots provide the answers in like seconds, so it's pretty much easy for us to use. Talking more of Azure AI services, we can actually see that bot services, we have like different sort of services like bot services, cognitive search, video indexer, metrics advisor, immersive reader, document intelligence, vision, speech, language decision, and Azure OpenAI service. So like there are n number of services that you can use. Obviously for the bot services, as I mentioned, you can make, it's not just about chatbot, you can make different other sort of chat like bots as well. It has vision, it has speech, like for example like text to speech, all of these things that you can do using Azure AI service. Now, and also in the machine learning platform, it has Azure machine learning service. As we move further, let's understand more of it in this particular scenario, like scenario specific applied AI services. Obviously, if you are building it for a business or something, then you need to understand this particular thing, that what sort of services you are using, what sort of platform you are using for this particular thing as well. It is provided to you that you can use Azure Bot Service, Azure Metrics Advisor, Form Recognizer, Video Indexer, Cognitive Search, or Immersive Reader. When we talk about cognitive services, then in that particular case, we have these particular, as I mentioned right away, like Face API and these other services like anomaly detector, personalizer, content moderator, cognitive services for speech. So these all the services are comes into the cognitive services, and also it has OpenAI service as well. And in the ML platform, you have three options. It could be no code, it could be low code, or code centric as well. You can choose whatever suits for you. Now, in the Azure AI thing, obviously these are some of the things that you can do easily. If we are talking about machine learning, you can like have Azure ML. You can have Azure ML Designer, data and compute management pipelines. You can have anomaly detection, and in computer vision, obviously you can custom vision, face service, form recognizer. Obviously, in the especially whenever especially a student or a professional who starts their journey in AI or ML, then obviously computer vision is something that they start with. So yes, these are some of the things that you can do using Azure AI service as well. In the NLP part, which is natural language processing, we have text analytics, sentiment analysis, key phrase extraction, entity recognition. In the speech part, obviously speech to text, text to speech. We have translator text, language understanding, authoring, predicting, conversational AI, which has Q&A maker and Azure Watch services. Now, let's understand about the beginner project ideas in Azure AI. Now, if we talk about it, I have mentioned some of the amazing beginner project that you can have a look into. Which is first is image classification. This is one of the project ideas which I have personally seen most of the especially students starting up with. You can make you can develop an app that can classify images into different categories. It could be example of like cats, dogs, cats, right? The tools used will be custom vision service from Azure Cognitive Services, as I just mentioned. The second could be personalized news recommender. Build a news recommendation system that suggests articles based on user preference. The tool used will be Azure Machine Learning Text Analytics API. You must have seen the best example of this particular thing is basically InShots. InShots is an application on which people loves used to swipe up the news like this. Okay, now in this particular way, you can also make a personalized news recommender for your application. Now, the third is basically document summarizer. Develop an app that summarizes long documents into concise summaries. The tools used will be Azure Cognitive Services, Text Analytics API. Yes, whenever it comes to our assignments, even when I'm teaching this particular thing, obviously I had to like go through so many documents and all. Like obviously, whenever you're starting with any sort of technology or language, you have to have a look to like n number of documentations and also have a look to the blogs, the learning curves, and everything. So in that particular case, it's a pretty good idea to make a document summarizer, and document summarizer will be an app which is useful for each and every profession. Then the fourth one, which comes into the picture, is resume analyzer and job matching. Yes, this is the thing that we all need, obviously, for our career. That is create a system that analyzes resumes and matches candidates with suitable job posting. Right. The tools used will be Azure Cognitive Services, which in the Azure Cognitive Services, which sort of services will be used is Text Analytics API and Azure Machine Learning. As I have just gave you an idea over here. So this is one of the very much important, I would say, kind of table which is very much important for you to have. So these are some of the projects. Now, without wasting much time, let's just have a look at how you can build and deploy a question and answer copilot with prompt flow in Azure AI Studio. So before starting off with this, let me give you a very quick uh, walkthrough of how actually the Azure AI Studio looks like. So yes, this is basically your Azure AI Studio. As you can see, you can jump and also you can have a look to some of the cutting edge models. Like for example, these are some of the cutting edge models which is in front of you. You can browse the model catalog. Obviously, there are like n number of models, and then you can infuse your solution with AI services. Like for example, speech, language plus translator, vision plus document and content set. You can go to the playground, and there are so many things available to you. And also, you can obviously the tutorials are something which is very much helpful. You can go to model catalog to know more about it. right? Then we have like in the model catalog, as you can see, there are so many things available, like chat GPT, like GPT-4o, GPT-4, DALI. You can obviously text to, you can make text to image, chat completion, like so many things. You have Meta Llama as well, and like these are so, and Hugging Face is also available over here. So yes, have a look to it. It's like a long list to explain, honestly. So yes, these are some of the things, and also we have a prompt catalog at the same time. Obviously, these are some of the things which are already made and which will be pretty easy for you to get started with. Okay, you can browse some prompt samples for common use cases. Like these are some of the use cases that people usually do make. Like for example, she's like a like product description and content, defect detector. So these are some of the models that you can obviously click and have a look to. You are an AI assistant that helps people based on the flight. Tell us. So these are some of the great things that you can have a look at. Okay. And then you have Azure OpenAI as well. And again, as I mentioned, you need to have an account to access all the particular things. Okay, you can make a new hub. All right. Now, moving with that, let me again jump to the PPT. Okay. Now let's move on with the PPT. So here we were talking about the um, deploy about the project that we are going to understand in very quick steps. Which is in this Azure AI Studio tutorial, we will understand basically how you can use generative AI and prompt flow to build, configure, and deploy a co-pilot for your retail company called constant. Like for example, we are just taking an example of this, and then let's understand. For example, you have your retail company in which you need to deploy the Copilot. So we'll go step by step in it. You are for, and in this particular thing, we are also we are just taking the example like your retail company specializes in outdoor camping gear and clothing. And the co-pilot should answer questions about your products and services. It should also answer questions about your customers. For example, the co-pilot can answer questions such as how much do the trail walker hiking shoes cost, and how many trail walker hiking shoes did Daniel Wilson buy. Okay, so these are some of the questions. These are some of the like examples that we would be that is provided to you for now to get an understanding what sort of thing we will be building. Okay. Now let's understand some of the steps. That first of all we will add our particular data to the chat playground. Okay. Then we will create a prompt flow from the playground. Then we will customize that particular prompt flow with multiple data sources. Then we will be evaluating the flow using a question and answer evaluation data set. Then we will be deploying the flow for consumption, right? So there's a step. First of all, adding the data, creating a prompt flow, customizing the prompt flow, evaluating the flow, then deploying. Obviously, the basically prompt flow will help creating a prompt flow and customizing the prompt flow. As I've just mentioned in this particular example, it is for your particular retail company. It is related to the clothing or the camping gear which is provided, which is being which will be sold it, which the company is selling. Okay, in this particular scenario, obviously we need to customize the prompt. Okay, so these are some of the steps. Now, moving with it, just giving you a very quick flow of this. Like in the Azure AI Studio, you first of all need to go to chat, and also at the same time, one important thing to know is when you go to the chat and you are working on this particular Azure AI, which is basically ai.azure.com, one more thing that is important to do is to request access to Azure OpenAI service. All right. As you can see, please read all instruction carefully and complete the form. So it's very much easy to fill the data. It's not so much difficult. It's just a very short form that you need to fill, and after that only you will get the access to use OpenAI Azure OpenAI service. And obviously, in this whole scenario, the Azure OpenAI service like plays a major role. Okay, now moving with that, as you can see, first of all, you need to make a project. After creating the project, you will go to the chat, do the deployment of a particular I would say chat. Then after doing so, as I mentioned, you need to add your data, right? Whenever you need to click on add your data, add, since you don't have any sort of data source, then you need to add a new data source. Then you need to upload files. After uploading the files of it, you will be, after the uploading will be completed, obviously there are some sort of steps. First of all, select the data you want the generative AI to reference. Now these are some of the file types that is important for you to know. Okay, after doing so, what is important, we have the index settings. In the index settings, you have to configure your index. You need to first of all set the index storage, then select the Azure AI search service which you would be requiring. Then in the virtual machine, what do you want? Do you want it to auto select, search, select from recommendation option, or select from all option? Just select which is required. Then in the search settings, as you can see, you need to obviously this was your name of your project. Then in that particular case, you would be doing the authentication using the API key, and after doing so, the data will be uploaded. Okay, after the upload, after adding up the data, obviously you need to set. Now what was the thing, you need to set up the prompt flow. Okay, first of all, just create a prompt flow, make a particular folder name of it, whatever you want to keep. Now in that particular case, there is a connection thing which is required by in your particular case, which is in the connection. As you can see, you need to first of all like select the API chat, and then obviously deployment name, whatever you want to keep, and add after that you need to add the prompts. In this particular thing, as you can see, these are some of the inputs, and so you are getting the outputs. Okay, so this is would be the output, and these are the inputs. All right. Particular prompt flow, what is important for you, you need to mention each and everything. Okay, you have a graph to work on to. Okay, here you can obviously add your query, and then the reply that is that actually you want the that you want to revert according to the questions. After saving each and everything, and obviously this obviously the main thing is the prompt flow, so this will take some time to do. It's not something that you can do in like seconds. Obviously this will take time, and at the same time, it's very much important for you to understand what sort of data source that you are uploading. Please upload the data source accordingly, so that you can make the prompt flow in the easiest manner. After saving, so basically after saving it, you need to create, integrate, and debug your attestation flows. So that's how the prompt flow will be saved. After that, you need to do the further steps that will take some time, obviously, because like this is just the one step, and prompt flow will take like some time for you to do. So in this particular way, you can create the prompt flow for the particular company. And in this scenario, let me take you to this as well. As I mentioned over here, okay, as we were talking of the prompt flow, prompt catalog, obviously, it would be better if you can obviously have a look to the already made some sort of like applied filters, and also do some sort of filtration over there, like is it retail, education, content creation, reasoning and insights, natural language to code, recommendation, explain code, text classification. So yes, you can do some sort of research in this particular area, so that you can get an idea which is the best way to do. And it's a recommendation from my side that whenever you are working around Azure AI, for the like if you are a college student especially, then whenever you are making a project, try to add some AI service to your portfolio as well, website portfolio. Why? Because then it will help the, I would say, then in that particular case, I was saying that the companies will also get an idea that okay, you are actually learning and you know how to begin with it, right? So this was something important for you to know. And obviously, like, I have seen various portfolios, like website portfolios, and the most common mistake that they do is they just mention that we have done the project or something. But if you are just writing up that you have this particular skill, this won't work. You need to have some sort of proof of this. Okay, so in that case, please don't like forget to make your own co-pilots and also use Azure AI's services in your um, portfolios as well. So this is for the starting. I'm presenting it to you. Whenever you are moving further, obviously, whenever you are doing some sort of internship or going to a job, then this is the best for the especially companies that I was suggesting to you. Now, also, if I even go to all hubs, as I was mentioning, you can obviously create a new hub. And okay, this is also like as I've just talked about the AI project. So let me go to the home and also help you in getting understanding. Like for example, you can build your first own AI assistant. As you can see, you can select and start the creation over here as well. It's a playground assistant and it will be started. You can see, you can preview the code with the prompt flow, tracing, evaluation, fine tuning. Everything will be here. So these are some of the like fetching issues that comes sometimes, but that's fine. Okay, you can just start chatting. You can enter your query, user query. You can start chatting. You can have the JSON response as well. It's totally up to you. You can add your assistant's name. What's your deployment? If you don't have a deployment over here, create a new deployment. Make a new assistant. See the load assistant, and also you can view the code as well, right? So these are some of the important things you can have a look into. So I was mentioning about this only. This obviously this will take some time for you to learn and understand, but yes, it is pretty much great because these days everyone is actually talking about artificial intelligence, but the reality is we are not learning much about it, right? So um, in my advice, I would say that just learn and explore more about artificial intelligence. It's not something that like you can do the copy pasting or something in this. Uh, in the especially with Azure, you can leverage it in this ways that, as I have mentioned in my presentations as well, that one amazing thing about is that it can have the low code and then it is cheaper and faster for the companies. So yes, why not make an AI project and like contact the companies and make them also understand the usage of AI in their companies. Like I have also seen like there are still very less number of companies who are actually um, using artificial intelligence in their um, like business, and it is pretty much important for them to know the use case and to get more and more like I would say more and more people will get an idea of their product if they would be using artificial intelligence in their project. So this is something which is important. And obviously don't forget to have to check out the other things, like for example, as I've mentioned about the cognitive services, about speech language vision decision. And again, about the Azure AI beginner projects, again, please, you can obviously have a look to ChatGPT anytime to actually understand, to navigate yourself with the like projects. And at the same time, the most important thing is this, as I was mentioning, just one second. Um, yes, the tutorials. So yes, tutorials are very much important for you to explore, because one thing that I really uh, like admire about Azure is their documentation and tutorials are really helpful. Okay, you can actually navigate with each and every step in a very easy manner. Okay, so yes, do check out the tutorials, the documentation which is provided by Microsoft Azure team. So these are some of the amazing tutorials you can have a look to, and at the same time you can create hubs, you can create n number of things, you can learn more about the Azure AI Studio as well in these documentations. So you can have like complete AI tool chain with this documentation. You can obviously do the summarization, chat completion that I just mentioned. So yes, do check it out, and then let me know if you come with any sort of issue. Yeah, that's all from my side.